What up, guys? All right, enough of that. Welcome to Wolf King's Vids. I'm your host, Wolf King. So, this story happened fairly recently. I heard about it yesterday, so I figured there'd be some sort of reaction. Arthur, the popular cartoon about the one anthropomorphic hamster or rabbit, whatever the fuck he is, who can't seem to get a break. They aired an episode featuring a gay wedding scene, and that got blocked by a few southern states, Arkansas and Alabama. So we're just gonna watch that real quick, and we're gonna do a little quick take on it. Let's watch. There we go.
Fallout surrounding a popular children's show, Arthur. Alabama Public Television refusing to air a recent episode featuring a same-sex marriage. Paula Ferris has more on that story for us. Good morning, Paula.
Good morning, Robin. The episode aired nationally last week, except in Alabama, where it was preempted with a rerun. And this morning, Alabama Public Television is defending its decision. This morning, cartoon controversy after Alabama Public Television refused to air the premiere episode of the hit children's series Arthur, which depicted a same-sex wedding of one of its most popular characters. Who's getting married?
Me.
In the episode, Mr. Ratburn, Arthur's teacher, was seen walking down the aisle with his aardvark partner.
Mr. Ratburn is married. I still can't believe this. Yep, it's a brand new world.
The episode, part of Arthur's 22nd season, already aired on PBS stations nationally, but kids in Alabama will have to find it elsewhere. Mike McKenzie, director of programming of Alabama Public Television, tells AL.com, although we strongly encourage parents to watch television with their children and talk about what they have learned afterwards, parents trust that their children can watch APT without their supervision. The decision sparked a flurry of outrage on social media, GLAAD calling out the decision in this tweet. LGBTQ people exist in every part of life, so the claim that someone could be too young to know that LGBTQ people exist is absurd and sends a dangerous message to LGBTQ youth. The show's creator, Mark Brown, speaking to CBC News last week.
The more we talked about it, the more we saw it as an opportunity for a learning experience and this great way to represent another part of life that so seldom gets portrayed on television.
This is disgusting. This is just filthy. How dare he? These two rats, they're in sin. They're living together in sin because they're having brutal animated butt sex on the regular, calling themselves husband and husband. And they need to give their lives up to animated Jesus.
Now, APT pulled an episode of Arthur back in 2005 when one of its characters visited a girl who had two moms. As for this episode, APT has no plans on airing it at a later date. It is available on the website, on PBS's website, though.
Teach one moment lost.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's just stop this. All right. So that's all we have as far as a clip goes. It is fairly interesting. Yeah, I made that earlier quick, but honestly, I would agree with that tweet. Yeah, the notion that exposing youth to LGBTQ phenomena and culture is somehow something of a harm to them is patently absurd. It's really more of the parents who can't stand this, and it is really laughable that they can't, they can't comprehend how a cartoon which demonstrates representation is not only benign in the fact that it harms no one essentially, but in effect encourages and helps individuals, especially children, young people, understand. They're not alone. This is things that are natural, and it occurs in the world, and it's perfectly fine. It's all right. But apparently, they want to go back to the medieval ages and try to censor anything that sort of conflicts with their ancient worldview. Um, it's just it's just so ridiculous. I mean, could you imagine if there was if there was some kind of episode in which they showed two characters having an interracial relationship or wedding, and people getting pissed off by that? It's like I mean, the original people who are the SJWs are the ones found on the right. I mean, this is just laughable. First off, I'm surprised that Arthur even still is running as a cartoon. I mean, this is going back to as long as from about as far back as when I was a kid. That was a couple decades ago. But yeah, the crazy thing is, like, censoring this one episode, I mean, it isn't going to change it. I mean, let's just say you censor all cartoons that have LGBT characters. I mean, not only are you censoring the majority of them, but frankly, it's not going to stop your kids from coming out as gay or lesbian or bisexual, because there are genetic and environmental factors that work into them being like that, whether they're gay or lesbian or have some kind of bisexual tendency or pansexual tendency, whatever degree of sexual fluidity that may be. It's not going to stop it. The only thing you're doing by censoring this cartoon is just demonstrating that you really have no actual criticism for it outside of religious dogma, and that honestly your feelings in this case are worth more than the actual facts, that the that how you determine one's sexual orientation is no different than the color of a person's skin. I mean, it's just a part of their nature, and it's not harmful, and there's nothing spiritually affecting them, because there is no such thing as a spirit. But yeah, this is this is hilarious. I just wanted to get this one video out there while I can, because it really shows that that this whole SJW outrage culture nonsense, it doesn't just exist on the left. This is one of the many examples that show that it exists on the right, and it's alive and well in the South. But anyway, that's the totality of my commentary. That's all I gotta say on this. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. Stop by, dare to know, and hail Satan. Good night. Can't believe Arthur's still on after all this time. Crazy.